Hello friends, this is Vinod Prabhu and I welcome you to our channel 7 Sense Aptitude Prep. I hope you're having a very good time. In this video and the next, we are going to solve some problems on calendars. So you'll find all the videos on calendars in our playlist. So I request you to watch all those videos in the same order. We've looked at concepts of calendars and odd days in detail. And in this video, we're going to look at the day in a non-leap year. The following video has days in a leap year. Minor changes, but not including that in the calculations will definitely give you the wrong answer. So pay attention to this video and the next. Here we are going to look at what a day of a specific date is in a non-leap year. So number of odd days in each month. This is something that we should know. How do you find the number of odd days in a month? You calculate the total number of days in the month and divide it by 7. Whatever is the remainder becomes the number of odd days in a month. So Jan has 31 days. So the odd days is 3. What about Feb? It's an ordinary year. So it has 28 days. It is 0. And similarly, if you write for all the months, you will have March 31, 3, April 32, May 31, 3, June 32, so similarly July 3, August 3, September 2, October 3, November 2, December 3. Let us say we add this, right? We add the number of odd days. The number of odd days when added gives you 29. 29, if you calculate the number of odd days in 29, you get 1 as the remainder. So, again, we've said that ordinary year has 1 odd day and you found that to be correct. You can add all of this and divide by 7. You can add all of this, number of days divided by 7 and find the number of odd days. That will also be 1. You can add the odd days only, odd days of each month, and then divide by 7. You'll still get 1 as the odd day. So, days of the week for ordinary year, the first thing that you have to know is number of odd days in each month. Which day of the week was 10th Jan 1961? So how do you even attempt such a problem? So 1961, you can't go back and calculate from 2020 to 2021. You can't do that. So firstly, what you do is you see whether the year is leap or non-leap. I know this video says ordinary year, but generally when you get a question, you see whether it is leap or non-leap. So you do 61 by 4 gives a remainder of 1. So it is an ordinary year. So that is the first step. Then you split the year. What do I mean by splitting the year? We have 1961. We know 400 years. In the second video, we saw that 400 years have 0 odd days. So 400, 800, 1200, 1600 have 0 odd days. Okay. So how do you split it? 1900 plus 61, but then you would have to know the number of odd days in 1900, which I do not. So what I do, I write it as 1600 plus 300 plus 60 and 10 days of 1961, which is 10 days of Jan. Okay. So remember 1961, how do I split it? I split it as 1600. Why do I split it as 1600 plus something? Because 1600, I know the number of odd days is 0. Why do I know 1600 number of odd days is 0? In the second video, we saw that 400 years have 0 odd days, 800, 1200, 1600, 2000 onwards have all 0 odd days. 1600 is 0 odd days, then I add 300 to it. Why do I add 300 and not any other number? Because we've also seen the number of odd days for 300. 100 years is 5, 200 is 3, 300 is 1. We've seen that. And then I add 60. Why don't I add 61? Because 61, the entire year has not passed. So I add 60 because 60 full years have passed. Then I add the 10 days of January. Okay. Now I see the number of odd days here. Number of odd days 0. Number of odd days for 300 we've seen as 1. And in these 60 years, right? Let me write 60 here. 60, I have 15 leap and 45 ordinary year. So 15 leap into 2 odd days and 45 into 1 odd day. Total number of odd days in 60 is 30 plus 45. 75. 75 by 7 gives me 5 odd days. So this gives me 5 odd days. We've seen this in the second video. 60 has 15 leap years. 15 leap years has 2 odd days each, so makes it 30 odd days. 45 ordinary days has 45 odd days, so 75 by 7 gives me remainder of 5, so 5 odd days, and then 10. So then I add all of this, so 15, 16. So I get 16 here. 16 by 7 gives me a remainder of 2. If it's a remainder of 2, 10th Jan 1961 is a Tuesday. Okay, so we see that first we see whether the year is leap or non-leap. We see that here leap or non-leap, here it is non-leap. Then you split the year into chunks that we know the odd days of. 1600 is 0, 300 we know, and you add the odd days. 1600 is 0 odd days, 300 is 1 odd day. 60 years will have 30 odd days plus 45, and then 10 days of Jan. You can add all of this. See, what we have done is we have removed the odd days and divided here only. You can add that and still divide. You still get Tuesday. Okay, 86 by 7, you get the remainder as 2, corresponds to Tuesday. Now 19th March 1854. How do you attempt this? We divide. First find out whether the year is leap or non-leap. First step, 54 by 4 gives a remainder of 2, so it's an ordinary year. So now ordinary year, we divide, split the year, we split it into 1600 plus 200, makes it 1800. Then I add 53 years. Then I add from 1st Jan to 19th March of this year, of 1854. So 1600 gives me 0 odd days, 200 gives me 100 is 5, 200 is 3 odd days. For 53 years, I know 53 divided by 4 is 13. So 13 leap year into 2, 40 ordinary years into 1. So this is 26, this is 40. So total is 66. So, I can write, instead of adding 66 and then I divide it here by 7, gives me odd days of 3. So I add odd days of 3. So this becomes 1600 plus 200, 1800, 1853. In 1853, I have calculated from 1st Jan of 1854 to 19th March. So in Jan, I have odd days of 3, which is Jan. Feb, it is ordinary year, so odd days of 0 for Feb. And then 19 days of March. So adding all of these, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 19, 28, 28 by 7 gives me 0. So 19th March 1854 is Sunday. How is it Sunday? We remember this. Sunday is 0, Monday is 1, until Saturday is 6. You have seen that table. Tuesday is in the second video. Wednesday is 3, Thursday is 4, Friday is 5, and Saturday is 6. Let's go to the next question. 11th November 1618. So 11th November 1618, let's see something, because see, month is towards the end of the year. I find it difficult to add. So what do? I say take it as 1600 plus 17 plus 1st Jan of 1618 to 11th November. Okay, I have to add all of this. So 1600 gives me 0. For 17 years, I get 4 leap years into 2, which is 8, and 13 ordinary year into 1, which is 13. So totally this is 21. So that is also 0. 21 by 7 gives me 0 as a remainder. 1st Jan to 11th November. So from Jan to October, I have 6 months with 31 days. So I do 6 into 3 plus this is a ordinary year, Feb is 0, and then I get 2 months. No, I get 3 months into 2. I get April, I get June, I get September, and then 11 of November. What have I done? Why have I done 6 into 3? Because I get Jan, March, May, July, August and October. So I get 6 months with 3 odd days. I get Feb with 0 odd days. Then I get 3 months with 2 odd days. Which are those 3 months? I get April, I get June, I get September. So adding all of this is 0 plus 18 plus 6 plus 11. So it is 35 35 by 7 also gives me 0 as the remainder. So both, even this is a Sunday. So we've gotten both the questions as Sundays. This is the cumulative odd trick that I was talking about. Instead of adding each month, I just found the total number of months, just multiplied by 3 where the number of odd days is 3, find the total number of months with the odd days of 2 and then multiply. 30th September 2017. You might think, oh, let us look at our mobile phone and go back. You're not allowed mobile phones there. So how do I do? So instead of doing 1600 plus something, now because I know what is 2000, the number of odd days in 2000 is also 0. So what I do 2000 plus 16 plus 1st Jan to 30th September. Okay. So even 2000 has 0 odd days. Okay. Multiples of 400 years have 0 odd days. Then for 16 years, I see 4 leap years into 2 makes it 8 odd days. 12 ordinary year into 1 makes it 12 odd days. So totally 20 odd days. I divide this by 7, gives me 6 odd days. I add 6 here. So 1st Jan to 30th September, how do I calculate? So same thing, Jan, March, May, July, August. I have 5 months with 3 odd days plus Feb is 0. Then I have April, June and September. I count September because it's the 30th September. So I can count the full month. So I have 2 odd days in each of these months, which is 3 into 2. You can also do it as April has 2, June has 2 and then 30 days of September. You can calculate it that way also, you'll still get the same answer. If you calculate 2 of April, 2 of June and 30 of September, you will get the same answer. Okay, you'll get 34 divided by 7 will give you 6 as the remainder. Okay, so you calculate 6 plus 15 plus 6. So 27 is divided by 7 gives me 6 as the remainder. 6 as the remainder corresponds to Saturday. So 15th August 2122. Okay, so 2122 is also leap or non-leap. You calculate, divide by 4 gives me a remainder. So it's an ordinary year. So 2122 I divide as 2000 plus 100 plus 21 plus 1st Jan to 15th August. To 15th August. So 2000 has 0 odd days, 100 has 5 odd days. We've seen that in our second video. Now for 21 years, I calculate 21 as divided by 5, I get divide by 4, I get 5. So 5 leap years into 2, that is 10 odd days, and then 16 leap year into 1, 16 ordinary year into 1, I get 16. So totally 26 odd days. 26 divided by 7 gives me 5 as the odd days, so I add 5 here. And then calculate from 1st Jan to 31st July. 1st Jan to 31st July, I have Jan, March, May and July as 4 months with 3 odd days. So I do 4 into 3. Then Feb has 0 because it's an ordinary year. Then I have April and June, 2 months with 2 odd days. Plus 15 days of August. So I add all of this, I get 5 plus 5, 10. So 10 plus 4 into 3, 12, plus 2 into 2, 4, plus 15. So this is 22, 26, 41, 41 by 7 gives me 6 as the remainder. So 15th August of 2122 would be a Saturday as well. So in this video, we looked at how to solve the what day is some date problem, as in what day is X date for an ordinary year. We looked at years in the past, we looked at years in the future. The approach to do it is you find it whether the year is ordinary or leap, then you split the year and then you write the number of odd days. We know 1600 multiples of 400 have 0 odd days, 100, 200 and 300 have 5, 3 and 1 odd days. You add that. Then if a particular year is given, if it is 1861, do not count as 1600 plus 200 plus 61. You count as 1600 plus 200 plus 60 and calculate the number of odd days in the 60 years also. And for the year 1861, count the number of days. If they say 2nd Feb, you count the number of odd days from 1st Jan to 2nd Feb. So if you like this video, next video should also be simple. Please click the thumbs up sign, click on the subscribe icon, and share with your friends the bell icon as well. And let us know in comments what you feel, whether you have a doubt in a particular question, whether something is not very clear. And if you need more practice, visit 7senstalent.com, sign up, log in, and practice. Practice all these problems in calendars. If you practice, you're going to be fast, you're going to be accurate. Okay. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. Have a wonderful day.